Hi everyone, today we will be beginning with our example session on microorganisms, food and preservation. Alright, so it was an interesting chapter. We got to learn about a lot of microorganisms, what they do to the body, how they act in the environment, how they are present everywhere. Now we will be doing some questions. Which of the following is not a major group of microorganisms? So I listed you a lot of microorganisms, the major groups. Which of these is not a major group? Viruses, bacteria, fungi, protozoa. Correct option is D, protozoa. Alright, protozoa is not a major group of microorganisms. What is the main characteristic of bacteria? They are multicellular, they lack a cell wall, they can photosynthesize, they are prokaryotic organisms. So it is prokaryotic organisms. Yeast is an example of which type of microorganism? Alright, so yeast is an example of which type of microorganism? So it is fungi. Alright, fungi. Which of the following diseases is caused by bacteria? So one of these diseases is caused by a bacteria. Influenza, tuberculosis, malaria, AIDS. It is TB, tuberculosis. Which group of microorganisms is used in the production of antibiotics? Okay, antibiotics is in response to a bacterial infection, so it is bacteria. Penicillin is an example of which beneficial microorganism? Penicillin is an example of which beneficial microorganism? It is bacteria, fungi, viruses, protozoa. It is fungi. Penicillin is a fungi. Which of the following microorganism causes ringworm in humans? Alright, so this is a ringworm. It is due to a fungus. Which of the following is a viral disease in plants? Here the answer is C, black mold. Black mold is an example of a viral disease in plants. What is the process by which nitrogen gas is converted into a usable form by bacteria? Nitrogen fixation, nitrogen cycle, nitrogen assimilation, nitrogen reduction. It is nitrogen fixation. We take N2 from atmosphere, we convert it into nitrates to be used by plants. So this is due to the rhizobium bacteria. So it is nitrogen fixation. Which of the, okay, so this is the same question. Which of the following is not a method of food preservation? Okay, which of the following is not a method of food preservation? Salting, pickling, stewing, drying. It is stewing. Stewing is not a method of food preservation. Which of the following microorganisms is used in the fermentation of idli and dosa batter? Alright, idli and dosa batter. Lactobacillus, Saccharomyces, Rhizobium, Aspergillus. It is A, Lactobacillus. It is also used in curd. It is a bacteria. Which method of food preservation involves the removal of water from the food? Okay, so I am removing water. D, water, that is dehydration. What does hydrate mean? To have water inside. Alright, we hydrate something, we hydrate ourselves, we take some water. Removal of water is dehydration. Which of the following microorganisms is responsible for the spoilage of food? Alright, for the spoilage of food. So when the food is spoiled, if we consume it, we get food poisoning. Which of these microorganisms is responsible for food poisoning? It is C, Aspergillus. Which microorganism is responsible for fixing atmospheric nitrogen in leguminous plants? Okay, in legumes, which microorganism? It is rhizobium. Okay, it's found in the legumes of plants. Which of the following microorganisms causes malaria in humans? Alright, so malaria, we all know it's from mosquitoes. What is the name of that microorganism in mosquitoes that causes malaria? It is D, protozoa. Alright, protozoa. It is parasitic. Which disease is caused by the bacteria Vibrio cholera? So as the name suggests, it is A, cholera. Alright, cholera. Which of the following microorganisms causes rust disease in plants? Alright, rust disease. Okay, so I remember telling you about rust of wheat. Alright, there was some rusting on wheat, like it appeared like it is rusting, like iron rust. So it is due to a fungi. Which of the following microorganisms causes foot and mouth disease in animals? Alright, the foot and mouth disease in animals. Is it a bacteria? Is it a fungi? Is it a virus? Alright, it is C, virus. Foot and mouth disease. Alright, so now we come to next question. What is the process by which bacteria convert atmospheric nitrogen into a usable form? Alright, they convert atmospheric nitrogen. So whenever they tell you about atmospheric nitrogen is being converted, that process is nitrogen fixation. Alright, which of the following is not a beneficial microorganism? So what is a beneficial microorganism? That helps us humans in some form of the other, but harmful microorganism that harms us in one form of the other. Over here, which one is not a beneficial microorganism? Okay, not a beneficial, it is salmonella. Alright, salmonella is not a beneficial microorganism. Which method of food preservation involves the addition of salt to the food? So addition of salt, I can tell you it is salting. Okay, as the name suggests, it is salting. Which of the following microorganisms causes tuberculosis in humans? So earlier in the questions I have told you it is a bacteria. It is not a fungi, it is not a virus, it is not a protozoa. Which disease is caused by the virus HIV? Alright, HIV virus causes the disease AIDS. What happens in HIV virus is, this virus will go inside you and it will weaken your immune system. Alright, your resistance to diseases, and your immune system becomes so weak that you can die of a natural cold. Alright, a pneumonia. So you catch a disease called AIDS. Alright, AIDS through HIV. AIDS. What is the process by which bacteria converts nitrates into nitrogen gas? So nitrogen fixation was atmospheric nitrogen into nitrates. Now nitrates to nitrogen gas, what it is denitrification. It is the end process of nitrogen cycle, when when nitrates are converted back to nitrogen and given to the atmosphere. Which of the following is a fungal disease in plants? Alright, it is a fungal disease. Tuberculosis, foot and mouth disease, black mold, malaria. So out of all these, only one is in plants, that is black mold. So it is a fungal disease. So which of the following microorganisms causes the disease tetanus in humans? Alright, tetanus. Tetanus is caused by a bacteria. Bacteria present on rusting surfaces. Whenever I get cut by an iron nail that is rusting, it is bacteria. Which method of food preservation involves the use of microorganisms to produce alcohol or lactic acid? Right, which we use microorganisms to produce alcohol or lactic acid? Canning, fermentation, salting, freezing. So lactic acid and alcohol, this is made by fermentation. Okay, fermentation. So which of the following microorganisms causes anthrax disease in animals? It is A, bacteria. Bacteria causes anthrax in cattle. What is the process by which bacteria convert organic nitrogen into ammonia? It is ammonification. The plants take that nitrogen, alright, they convert it into ammonia. Okay, nitrates to ammonia, that is ammonification. Which of the following is not a harmful microorganism? Okay, not a harmful. Salmonella, Staphylococcus, Aspergillus, Lactobacillus. So it is Lactobacillus because it is used to make curd, idlis and all. Okay. Which method of food preservation involves the use of low temperatures to prevent bacterial growth. Okay, low temperature means cold. So low temperature means cold, that is freezing. Which of the following microorganisms causes dengue fever in humans? Okay, dengue. How is it caused? Okay, what is a dengue? So dengue fever is caused by viruses. Alright, dengue fever is caused by viruses. So that will be all for the example session.